Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach. It's going to be the round 8 preview, and we got a fair bit to go over. Well, first off, because I did the review for round 7 obviously earlier with Easter running a day later, we didn't see our overall ranks. So as you see, we did finish on 1175. And like I predicted, a few thousand spots dropped to 6.5 overall. We'll take it. Honestly, we'll take it. It was one of those weeks where, we had Greg Marju. It was just a bit of an under par round as a whole. There were a lot of big scores. I think the difference was just the center wing. A lot of people started to get. I know that's funny because I had Greg Marju, but quite a few people had a Herbie, had a Kiraz, some other big names, and all our other guys sort of underperformed. The hooker, it's a weird one because I was trying to think where do we lose most of our points, and I'm I guess dummy half, but Harry Grant was out. Connor Watson scored well, so that was a bump for people. Our back row was shocking. And, people that have, Preston, any fucking psychos that have Hudson Young, obviously had a good one. The halves were fine. Munster didn't kill it. Jaden Campbell obviously out. So, and then, the centre wing, and I guess the fullback not owning Tedesco was, Tedesco only got 60 odd. So, it was just a bit of a, everything added up. Just playing so many underperformers this round really added up overall. Because I don't think it was anything that major that we lost a ton of points. It's just one of those rounds. So it is what it is, and it's fine for how shocking the round felt overall. To still get 1170, we'll take it. I still feel good going forward. Big decisions to make now. And we've still got decent money to spend. We got some. Well, okay. So before we get into it too much, the obvious trade for me is Billy Smith. Billy Smith is 100% coming in. Now the question is, who do we trade out? On face value, you might go Shibazaki because he is our most expensive sort of cheapie, cash cow, whatever you want to call it. I'm obviously happy to hold Toya. He's been named again. He's going to start making money once again, which is good. And like I said at the start, I was actually happy that he was being a bit of a slow burn, because this way I don't have an Arthurs, Jenkins, Shibazaki, Purdue potentially, although Purdue's killing it, and then Toya as well that is sitting 500k. And you got to get rid of all of them, otherwise you're going to lose cash. Toya, if he could just start getting some attack now, I still think he could be a long-term hold as that 6-7 center wing that has pretty good base. But yeah, if he starts getting some attack, it could be very nice. But Shibazaki, the most expensive, although he's obviously coming off a couple of decent 50s. He's only got a break even of 50 now, right? He's got a break even of 50. The Broncos do have a pretty tough draw for the next couple of weeks. Bullies into Penrith. I'm not that excited as a Broncos fan, but obviously Shibazaki is a bit more safe as well with the base over Arthurs. Then they take on Rabbits Dragons. I think, personally, I'm happy to hold Shibazaki for now. This is obviously under the pretense that I'm not trading both, but the initial trade to Billy Smith, the one that's going instantly, I think is Jesse Arthurs. Obviously, we're not trading him at his absolute peak in price. He's dropped a little bit of cash the last couple of weeks, but he's still a tick under 500k. He's done some great stuff. He's got some good points for us. He's now got a break even of 64. Now, there's every chance. The Dogs have been very good, but Arthur's, he can score a double and go 80 plus. But I think Arthur's, I'm getting sick of playing him. He's turning, originally the base was a little bit better, and it is still slightly better, but he's really turning into that, not Adam Reynolds, Alex Johnston winger, which I guess he always was, but the Broncos had a dream run. They were scoring points, and the wheels have fallen off now. They've got a tough run coming up. It makes sense. Arthurs goes for Billy Smith, which is going to free up a tick under 200k, which is, I mean, it's sensational. I mean, I've heard a little bit like Billy Smith isn't a must-have. I sort of disagree. I gotta be honest, I actually disagree. I think you're going with the crowd. I get it. And obviously, if you're factoring in that Billy Smith does find an injury, then sure. Like, yeah, he can find an injury, but, I'm not picking a guy because he's had injuries in the past. Otherwise, I would never go near Tom Trbojevic again. And I probably shouldn't. But I think Smith at 300k, he's averaging like 70. He's looking really good. The Roosters cover the buys so well over Origin. This frees up a lot of cash. I mean, it's a slam dunk pickup. It's a slam dunk pickup. I'm happy to play him week on week. They're taking on the Dragons. I'm very happy to play him over in Arthur's. So that is the number one trade. Now, what else are we looking at doing? What else are we looking at doing with the team? So I still would love another gun excuse me. I would still love another gun center winger, right? There's a couple of big dogs on the market that are expensive still, but they're primed, and I've got plenty of cash to work with. Especially, I mean, we can trade Shibazaki with no qualms at all. I would love to get in another high upscoring or upside guy to just match it with a lot of the other people, for sure. Fullbacks. We've laid our bed. We're fucking laying in it now. Kalen Ponga, we're obviously keeping Ponga until Origin. We hopefully, Ponga can go on a run. He really needs to repay. If he can just ton up a couple of times in the next 4 weeks, bro. Like the Warriors, it is away from home for the night, so it's not ideal. But the Warriors, South, Gold Coast, Para, I mean, it's a pretty good run coming up. If he can just a couple of tons, and then over Origin, we can decide what we're going to do, right? We can decide. Hopefully, he makes some coin. So if we wanted to trade him out to somebody else, we could. Or if we just hold him, we can. So we will toss that up when it comes. Obviously, the good thing with Ponga is that they do play 13. It is the backup after Origin, so that he could get rested, but the Knights are not going to be going well enough to... They're not going to afford to have him rest unless he's not fit. So there's every chance he backs up. So we'll weigh it up. We're obviously holding Ponga. We're obviously holding Pappenhausen. The news, Nick Meaney is back this week, is a little bit... Well, it's good and bad. We're going to know instantly if Pappenhausen is kicking goals with Meaney back in the team. I feel like there's no way he doesn't kick goals, right? Like, I will be pretty shocked if Meaney comes back and takes over the goal kicking. Like, at the end of the day, Meaney only took over the goal kicking because Pappenhausen's injuries and obviously being out of the team for so long. It was always Pappenhausen's role. And now he's looking fit. He's kicking it sensationally. Like, I will be shocked if he doesn't kick goals. If he doesn't, it is what it is. I'm not going to trade him out, like, instantly. But it will be a topic of discussion, I would think. But obviously nothing drastic. Gutho, I got to be honest, I'm starting to get... I feel like the run could be over for Gutho. There's a lot of people that are feeling similar to me that could be time to get rid of Gutho. I've also heard the opposite, that people are like, he's averaging 90. There's no reason to look at getting rid of him, but I think those big scores are just a bit unattainable for Gutho. I know he's got 2 of them, but I'm unsure. He's got a 139 break even coming into the Roosters, because the big thing here is that he doesn't play the first bye anyway, but then it's pretty good. 13, 14, 15, plays second bye, misses the mini, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's pretty good, but like if it was Gutho or Tedesco, I would rather Tedesco. Tedesco, I think, is more solid overall. He hasn't had the ceiling, granted, like Gutho has had a couple of bigger scores than Tedesco this year, but Teddy, I would be much happier week on week, I think, than Gutho. And then Tedesco also has, like, just, I think, arguably the best bye coverage the Roosters have. If we look at their coverage over Origin, I think it's like, it's as good as it gets. They got a bye in round 10, which is obviously before Origin, so it's fine. Obviously, if you have too many Roosters, you could be a little bit thin, but it's fine. Then they play 12, 13, miss 14, which again is in between Origin and the mini buys. So again, it's fine. And then 15, 16, 17 they have a bye, which again is in between the buys and the mini buy, and then 18. So yeah, it's as good as it gets. It's as good as it gets. So Gutho with a 139 break even. This is the thing, right? I'm happy to hold him this week. They obviously take on each other, which it could be a big swing either way if I hold Gutho or if I get rid of him. Surely Tedesco off like a 60, he's got to have a pretty high break even as well. It won't be as high as Gutho's. Yeah, 109. He's obviously like 50k more. I think it's much more likely. Like, I'd be more confident of Tedesco hitting a ton than Gutho in this game, but I don't know. I'm torn on what to do there. Like, I do think Gutho is like he could come out and just keep going massive, but he just has to do so much. He has to do so much for those attacking. He was getting like 3-4 try assists with a couple of tries in those big scores, like insane numbers, which is the worry. But moving on, obviously Jaden Campbell, he is a sell, but I gotta be honest, there is a temptation. There is a temptation to hold him, right? And maybe it's crazy, but we'll get into that in a second. The halfback. So the halfback ties into the hooker. So Cleary's fine for now. It's just a matter of what we're going to do with our other halfback spot. The back row, obviously shocking last week, but overall I'm still happy with it. Lockie Hubner obviously has to go at some point. What will his break even be? Yeah, it's going to be up to like 50 now, which is a bit annoying, but he's not an urgent sell, right? He's not an urgent sell because the 50, that'll, like, his low score from this week will drop out and then he'll get back to like that. I think his peak is more like 450. So if it's slow burn, when he comes back from the head knock, I still think he can be a pretty solid just option there. But if you got the cash to upgrade him, then for sure. But at the moment, it's fine. The front row is fine. Corey Horsburgh is definitely a potential sell. Definitely a potential sell, I think, Corey. 55 break even. Again, it's not urgent by any means. That is for sure. And obviously with the duel, we can get in a 2 RF or a front row forward. Either or works out well. But yeah, he could go. He could definitely go at some point. The minutes with the full deck back on board, I think he plays Origin. You could definitely look at upgrading Corey Horsburgh. And then the dummy half, Mamazula Starling. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I know one thing I'm not doing. I'm not getting a dummy half now. Like, it's shit. Like, Harry Grant's out, and I wasn't going to go him anyway. Connor Watson he's the best now, but with Origin coming up, I can't go Connor Watson. We just looked. The Roosters have such a good bye schedule. But for Origin players, it's really bad. Like, they miss all the Origin games, and then they have buys in between. So it's an awful time for Origin Roosters players. Connor Watson, I mean, he may not get picked. Like, I don't know. Obviously, a new coach this year, so do they pick Connor Watson? Like, surely they do. Like, he is your ultimate number 14. I would have him in a heartbeat, but you never know. But I'm not going to go him. Max Plath is also interesting, but he is injured. He is named this week, but, like, I'm not keen. It's a halfback. So who do we get? Who do we go? It's out of Hughes and Hines, right? So, I don't know. I still, because Hines, like, the thing is, Hines, if I didn't look at the score, I honestly thought Hines would have got like a ton in that game. He actually looked good. He looked good. He had his hands on the footy a lot. I don't know the numbers, but he 100% had his hands on the footy way more than he has previous weeks. He got that early try assist. I thought he was on for a big score. Obviously, the goal kicking's still there. I got to be honest, I don't know how he scored 65. If I'm being genuine, I don't know how he only scored 65. And that's the thing, I'm like, is he just not getting those points that he used to get? He's 600k. He's 600,000, bro. I just want to look at like the stats here. So try assist, 20 points in goals, 1 missed goal, 16 tackles. So yeah, he averages about, I guess, 7. Okay, yeah. So 7 missed tackles. That drops the score for sure. Few tackle busts. So, I mean, yeah, he's running the ball. Last couple of weeks for sure, running the ball a bit more. 1 offload, line break assist, and then the runs, and then an error. It's just, yeah, it's just not. I'm curious to see. Let's go back to 2024 for Nico. What is like a good... What's a good score he didn't get like insane try assists and stuff? So let's look at this. Bulldogs, 75 points. Oh my god, it's so annoying. The fucking... I can't like... How do you scroll without goddamn fucking... Oh no, I guess it's got... No, it doesn't. It doesn't have everything there. But yeah, he had like a couple of try contributions, goals, more tackles. Like, let's look at the runs on this one. Let's look at the sort of the runs and stuff. So hit ups. Yeah, still not that many hit ups and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Also, Dylan Lucas. We got some players to talk about in the centre wing for sure when we get there. But the halfback. So, Isaiah Katoa? No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, bro. He got 5 try assists and didn't crack 100. Like, if you started him when he was really cheap, loving it. But you're not gonna. He doesn't have that game in him. But yeah, Hines and Hughes. They're both affordable. Hines has a... What's he got? 97 break-even, taking on the Sharkies. It's a good matchup. And then Jerome Hughes with a 61. He has got a 133 break-even. I think the Sharks have a better schedule coming up. Like, the Rabbits is a great... It's a great game for the Storm. Canberra have been up and down, but I still think Canberra are a really strong team. Like, their forward package is so damn strong that they shouldn't be leaking that many points. Then West, good game. Sharkies, don't play the first bye. Then Gold Coast, Cowboys, Rabbits, Sharks. I like Hughes. I just feel like it's really hard not to just go Hines. Just with... You know he's still going to score. Like, he's had a couple of shockers, but a 38, a 48, but then, a 50 in round 1 against Penrith. Like, it started good, like, for Hines. Like, a 50 against Penrith round 1, that's fair, like, whatever. 86 against Cowboys, and then a ton against the Rabbits. But you got to keep in mind, the Rabbits were so understrength, and the Cowboys were fucking dreadful to start the season. Then a 60 against the Dogs, 48 against Canberra, and then the 38 against Manly. That throws it out because Manly hadn't been that good either. But they take on West, Para, Manly, Melbourne, tough, Roosters in the bye. What do they play? So 12, they miss the mini, 14, 15, 16. So they play the first 2 majors, one of the backups against the Bronx, 17, miss 18, and then 19. So it's hard not to just get in Hines. I gotta say, I just feel like some big scores are coming, and obviously I'd much rather have Sanders Smith at dummy half. And out of these two, as much as I love Starling, I think you just get rid of Starling. I mean, he's still only got a 50 break even. I guess we don't have to do it this week because Hines has a ton, like 100 break even, Hughes with a 130 break even, and the Starling with a 50. Like, Starling's every chance to make, he could get some attack and make money, or if he gets a 20, he'll lose money. But like, I think out of these two, Starling is the guy to go. He's obviously worth more money, but the minutes of he looks really good, but the problem is games like this, right? And you can't reliably play him. Mamazoulis, at least you can play him, and his floor is like 40 with tackles. He doesn't have much else. Like, he jagged some fucking attack early on, but he is a perennial 40 to 45. I would say regularly 40 to 50, I guess. If you get some attack, beautiful, but I wouldn't rely on it. But at least he's playing 80 minutes, so it's like, well, you can reliably just bank him there. But then Sanders Smith, you'd probably play over both of them. Anyway, 80-minute halfback who's kicking goals. He just needs like one attacking start, and he's on track for a 50 plus. So I like that, but you can wait. I thought Starling's break even was going to be a lot higher, but I guess he got that 70 odd the week before. So yeah, I guess you can hold on. You don't have to do it this week. You don't have to, and maybe you prioritize getting another gun center wing. So Campbell, the other thing we'll talk about this before we go into the center wing. I think I'm just going to wait on Campbell this week. Obviously, the Parramatta Eels have a bye this round, and I think my target, if I'm going another 5'8", it is Dylan Brown. I have heard Matty Burton's name get thrown around. I don't know, for whatever reason, I've just never been huge on Burton as a Supercoach option. He's been really good though, so maybe I should be more open to the idea, but I don't know. I just don't love it. Also, he made 18th man a couple of times last year, which would really fuck you over. If you pick him and he gets 18th man again for the Blues, like, he's every chance not to, but he also is every chance of doing it. So I don't know. I don't know. I'd probably just rather wait and get Brown in. Brown is a tick over 600k. Granted, he's been pretty disappointing, but he's been okay. I don't know. I mean, yeah, he went a 90 here against the Dragons. He had one shocker against the Tigers, but yeah, he's not usually going to go below like 50. So then he's got the Sharkies after the bye. Not an easy game. Again, so this is the thing though, right? Like, I'm half tempted to hold Campbell. Sharkies, then Dolphins, Newcastle. He does play the first major bye though, and he plays the backup 14. He misses the 15. Campbell, obviously they're saying at least 4 weeks. So at least 4 weeks. Where's 7? Oh, yeah, he didn't play, obviously. Idiot. So he'll miss Cowboys, Dogs, Newcastle, Raiders at minimum. And let's just say Storm. Yeah, that's already past the bye. Yeah, you can't hold him. It's already past the first bye. We're pretty damn close to the Origin. I keep forgetting that it's round 12 and not round 13, so it is really close. So yes, I think he is a sell. I think he is a sell, honestly, as much as I hate it, because but that's the thing. So if I go Dylan Brown, you don't have to go Dylan Brown next week because it's a tough game against the Sharks. He's got a high break even. But then if you're waiting 2 weeks, what's another 2-3 weeks? And if Campbell wasn't going to play the first major bye anyway, because then he plays obviously 14 if he's back in 14, but if he's back in 15, 16, 17, misses 18, 19, for the rest of the run home. And it's pretty good over that time too. So I'm like, do I just hold him? What are the 5/8s? You know what? I think for now, I'm definitely not going Matt Burton. As much as he might be good, he might be great, for all I know. He's, 600k. He's obviously going to have a high break even after that injury-affected game a few weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, he's been good, but he has versed, he's versed Dragons, Gold Coast, and now South for the 65. He does play the first major bye, but the one guy, Latu Fainu, I think we wait for Latu Fainu, right? Latu Fainu 250k, 5'8". Do you just wait for him and downgrade Campbell? I think that's what we do. And we could either do that, or we could downgrade Metcalf. Both of them would free up a bunch of cash, and then you could still have Campbell for the rest of the season if you were happy to hold Latu Fainu. And I think Fainu, obviously that's banking on him coming back into the side, and he might not, because obviously Galvin's now been recalled, so there's every chance Galvin just sticks in the team now. But if Fainu's fit, does Fainu just replace Galvin as the 5'8"? Fuck, I don't know. It's a weird one. I'm happy to hold. I'm holding the trade on Campbell though for this week. I think it's fine. I'm happy to play Metcalf. Metcalf is playing at home against the Knights. I'm not expecting big things from Metcalf, but he looked a lot better last week. The running game was there. He could have scored a lot more. He fucking missed all the goals. He had plenty of missed points. So, yeah, it could have been better. I'm happy to hold Metcalf, and this is why I was happy to hold him. He's got a good running coming up. Knights, Cowboys at Magic Round could hopefully a high-scoring game. Dragons, Dolphins. He plays the first major bye. He plays the mini. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy just to hold on, and then just. We can weigh up the Campbell situation in a couple of weeks, potentially. The centre wing is the other big question here. So, what are we looking at for the centre wing? Obviously, let's just do it now. So, if I was trading out another centre winger, it would be Shibazaki. I'm happy to hold Jenkins for now. I'm not thrilled, but you could get rid of Jenkins. No, I'm happy to hold Jenkins. He's almost 100k less than Shibazaki. I know he's got a 48 break even, but he's got to jag some attack at some point, right? They got to give him the fucking ball at some point, right? Oh boy. So yeah, Shibazaki I think is the guy to go before Jenkins. It's close, but I'm leaning Shiba. So we could get in any centre winger, and there are some good ones. And they're not even that crazy expensive. 700k for the top guys it's pretty affordable. Val Holmes, obviously love him, but definitely not going him now with Origin coming up. Kaolero out injured. Lomax out injured. Garrick, we got Kiraz. The big man Kiraz. So, the big question... So Lomax is expected to be available for round 12. When is Brian To'o back? So Brian To'o should be back soon. So this is the big thing. Oh man, I don't know. So Kiraz, I think, is genuinely the best guy to bring in at centre wing. But with Origin coming up, if he plays Origin, it would be annoying. You still get him for, you get him for 4 games, right? You get 8 against the Bronx, 9 against the Titans at Magic Round, 10 against Raiders, 11 against the Roosters. Oh, he'd be so good to have against the Dolphins at the first bye too. So it's not the end of the world, but the thing is, Brian To'o will be back from injury, and hopefully he stays fit. He'll be one winger for New South Wales. Lomax, the fact that he's back, are they really going to pick Lomax after no footy straight into the Blues wing? Or do they go Kiraz? I don't know. I don't know. If Lomax was playing, it'd be so easy to go Kiraz, because I think Kiraz is probably the best winger in the comp, but they're going to go Lomax and To'o if they're both fit. That would be my assessment. What is his break even? It's going to be he's 700k. It's not going to be super low. I mean, it's 75. It's not. He's not a must pick up this week. He could go off. I mean, the Broncos have been very poor. He could definitely go off. Herbie Farnworth is the other guy I'm very keen on. He's obviously got a lower break even because he's had a couple of barnstormers. Takes on the Raiders this week. I mean, Herbie, he's matchup proof. He just, the base, the tackle busting, he is matchup proof. He doesn't quite have the ceiling, although I say that. I think he scored 170 points last year at the back end of the season. He doesn't typically get doubles when he scores tries, but boy, if he does. I mean, he's gone 78 against Penrith and 98 against Melbourne. He's matchup proof for sure. Canberra, Roosters, Para, New Zealand, takes on Dogs in the first bye. Misses the mini. He plays 14, 15, 16, 17. I mean, I think both of them are great. They're both great. You genuinely cannot go wrong going either of these two guys. It's just a matter of which one do you want. And I think on that basis, I think it's Herbie for me. I do think it's Herbie just because he's not a risk of playing Origin. I think they can both score pretty similar. Kiraz might have the odd higher ceiling game, but they're both going to be super consistent. I don't know. I'm still slightly concerned with Kiraz's injury. Coming back from a serious back issue like that, is he 100% fit? I feel like he got to try and score at 84, but there was a lot of times where a kick went down to him last weekend, and instead of running the ball back, he passed it infield to Connor Tracy a lot. Now, don't get me wrong, he still took plenty of carries, but I don't know, and it might have just been the game plan to just get the ball away from the sideline. I have seen the Dogs play like that a bit, but I don't know, are the runs down a little bit? I mean, the tackle busting and the offloading is very good. 5 and then 4 and then heaps of tackle busts. The runs, the hit ups over 8, that's crazy, dude. That's so good. So I always feel like I misread this. So hit ups over 8 meters is double points, right? So he took 15, and then normal hit ups are 1 point. So okay, so he took 19 carries against the Rabbits, and then he took 17 carries against the Knights. It's really good. Yeah, I mean, it's approaching 20 carries a game. It wouldn't be much more when he was like at his peak, right? I wouldn't think so. Let's just have a squiz at a previous. Again, we got to go fucking all the way down here to look at it. There's the hit ups. Yeah, I mean, it's there's obviously games where he's going absolutely fucking crazy, but I think that's pretty typical. Approaching that 20, you wouldn't be looking at too much more. So yeah, the injury, he's probably fine. It's just, I don't know, it's in the back of my head. But I think both of them are great. I think both of them are bloody fantastic. I think I would lean Herbie just for now. He's got a lower break even. Kiraz, he's every chance to, smash the break even, Kiraz, but he's every chance to, get like 60 as well. Like if he doesn't score a try, he's probably getting that 50 to 60. And they do, like, it is the other thing with Kiraz. He is on the right wing, so he just doesn't see as much attacking footy as you would like. They go left very often. That's the only other issue. But he's great. The other guy, Dylan Lucas. Oh fuck me. I don't know what I'm doing with Dylan Lucas. He's obviously got a 21 break even. He's starting this week. But does he play the full 80? I mean, if he's fit, if he's good to go, he probably does. Thomas can't, obviously, on the bench. It's just annoying because, like, you want to bring him back in. He's only 600k. But it's just the risk of re-injury is just, it's on the back of your mind. And if he doesn't play the full 80, he's still going to make money, but it's not going to be crazy. I don't know. And then the other big one, like, so Dave Fafita is also very interesting now as well, right? So he is back somehow. He's on the bench. Chris Randall is starting. I don't know what's doing there. Because I know Fafita's break even is like super low as well. If we look, he's 670 with a 40 break even. I mean, you just can't do it. The other back rower, actually, fucking, a guy I kept saying just keep an eye on is Jeremiah Nenai. He has got the starting spot back. You know what? He's got a 69 break even, so you don't have to go this week. He probably gets picked for... I don't know. Does he get picked for Origin? I have no idea. But he's looking good. I'm very keen to see how Nanai goes starting back in the back row. I wouldn't mind... Like, if we can go like a fucking Lockie Hubner to Nanai, I wouldn't hate that. That's for sure. Because I think Nanai could be very good. But then if he plays Origin, again, it's a bit of a fucking disaster. And then Horsburgh. I guess you could go Horsburgh to a Nanai, but if we can go Horsburgh, how much is Fanor Blake? Fanor Blake 660. Joey Tarpany 750 after like a couple of tons. Fanor Blake is probably... Yeah, he's getting to that point where he's getting very tempting. Again, I wouldn't do the trade this week anyway, because Horsburgh, he's likely to make a bit of cash still. If he gets some attack, he could get some good points. Fanor Blake, if he doesn't score a try, he's going to lose cash. Playing the Tigers, surely they don't rely on him too much, especially with this little groin niggle or whatever. Like, it's definitely hampering him. Like, his base was down, the minutes were down. He just got bailed out with that fucking try, which it shit me because I was like, he was going to lose a bunch of cash, but he scored the damn try as he does. So I think obviously we could use a boost. I wonder, could we... I wonder if we can actually... I don't think we will. No. We can't quite do it. I was like, if we can get rid of Jenkins and Shibazaki to bring in Herbie, it would be very tempting to rip the boost, but we can't quite do it. That's a bit unfortunate. That is a bit unfortunate, but oh well, it is what it is. I do think... I think just go Herbie for now, honestly. I think go Herbie for now. It leaves us 150k in the bank, which is good. And we still have potential money making with obviously Campbell sitting here with 700k to his name, right? If we can downgrade. We'll need, I guess we could still afford to go like Starling to Nico Hines. But again, you don't have to do it this week. You could use a boost. Is it worth using a boost? It could be. Before we get too caught up, let's have a look at our sit starts this week. It should be a pretty strong week. Obviously, we don't own any Parramatta players. So dummy halves, I mean... I think I'll still take the punt on Starling. Fuck it, I'll double down. Surely he's due for a bit of attack this week against the Dolphins, back at home. We'll take the punt on Starling. I mean, Mamazoulis, at most we're missing out on like 10 to 20 points like in base, but it is what it is. Our front row picks itself. It's very strong. I think, you know what, I think we'll do this for now, because we might want to not reserve. Actually, it didn't make a difference actually, but that's fine. Fuck it, whatever. I was like, if we wanted to reserve someone else, but no, it didn't matter. But whatever. But yeah, Haas, Tino, Terrell May, obvious picks. Our back row: Katoa, Olaquatu, Nicholson. I'm happy to still play Nicholson, I think. I mean, he played 80 minutes, obviously only 43 points. I guess Nicholson could go. He's got a 58 break even. Again, I'm happy to ride him out still a little bit longer. I mean, they play the first bye. He just... It's not a bad little... Obviously, Melbourne Dogs tough, and then Gold Coast Warriors on the bye. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little torn. Obviously, for Feeder, if he does get back playing fit footy, is like the target, or then a front rower for Noah Blake could come in. But I think for now it's fine. I don't even want to mention Preston's name because I don't even want to think about it. I'm not bringing him back. So. It's one of those ones in Supercoach. I can't do it. But then Horsburgh, I'm happy to reserve Horsburgh. Dylan Egan, we don't have to. I'll take it off him for now. Cleary obviously playing. Metcalf are playing. And then our centre wing, it's looking a hell of a lot stronger. Obviously Herbie Farnworth is coming in for Jenkins, I guess. So Garrick... Who are Manly playing? Penrith? I mean, I still play Garrick. Herbie, Marju, Billy Smith were happy to play. Our fullbacks, Gutho, Papenhuyzen and Ponga, pick themselves. And then our fourth reserve, honestly, it's got to be Purdue. It's got to be Purdue, dude. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with the Purdue pickup there. So that leaves us sitting Toya, Jenkins, obviously Campbell not playing, Sand Smith, Dylan Egan, Hubner, and Mamazoulis. I mean, it's pretty strong. We could... would you rather play Egan or Nicholson? I guess that's the point. I think Nicholson probably... I know Egan scored a ton, but like Nicholson is probably more likely to score a try, so you'd probably just go Nicholson. But you could play a Jenkins over Nicholson if you're going for the upside. Don't hate it. Even Sanders Smith against the Dragons, I don't dislike. I think for now, I rather Horsburgh over Nicholson. And then we just decide if we're going to play Nicholson or maybe you take the punt on Smith. But, I mean, it's pretty strong. It is pretty strong. Obviously, Smith is an obvious pickup. And then it's just a matter of if we are going Shibazaki straight to Farnworth or Dylan Lucas. I think no, I'm happy to hold on the Lucas pickup. I think I want him back in. Don't get me wrong, but I can't afford like another like re-injury and then like having to trade him out again and trade him back in. Like I've done it a couple of times already, so it can't happen again. And I mean the team's strong. Herbie's got a low break even. I think it's a good time to pick him up. So that, honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously going forward, we could use a boost to get Gutho out for Tedesco. I don't know. Is it crazy to think of that? We could still go Starling to Nico. But if we did that, well, yeah, we just wouldn't reserve Nicholson and we'd reserve Nico instead. I don't dislike that either, but we don't have to do it. We don't have to do it. It is tempting though. I think for now I'm happy, but there's still I don't know. I'm definitely going to ponder on this, but let's have a look at vice captains and captains for now. So, looking at it, who do we like? Obviously, Pappy against the Rabbits is very juicy at Amy Park. Ponga against the Warriors. I mean, okay, so if Pappenhausen is kicking goals, then you could definitely captain him. If he's not kicking goals, I'm happy to you know what? Vice captain Pappy into captain Cleary. I feel like that's pretty safe. Yeah, I feel like it's just pretty safe overall. I mean, you could vice captain Gutho, Anzac Day against the Roosters, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about the Roosters or the Dragons at the moment. I think it just feels good. Yeah, I think this is what I want to do. And I guess the other fullback I didn't really mention was Drinkwater. I guess instead of going Tedesco, you could go a Drinkwater. But I think Drinkwater is he's way more affordable, but I think I just rather Tedesco. But let's have Drinky has the goal kicking, and if the Roosters have the best bye schedule, the Cowboy non-Origin play has got to be way up there. So he's 700k. He's dropped a good amount of money actually. He's just gone really solid, like 70s and 150 thrown in. Like obviously the goal kicking is just upped his floor, but he's not really getting like multiple try assists at the moment, but surely it's going to come. They don't play round 12, but then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You can argue it's even better. They play 8, 9, 10, 11. They only have one bye in like the next fucking 20 rounds, bro. Oh my word. So I don't know. I don't know. Tedesco, I mean that could be the backup. Like if Gutherson has a stinker, Tedesco doesn't lose much money. Drinky could be like the backup plan, right? Drinky could be the backup plan, but I guess you would like to get him in this week against the Titans if you're going him. I mean, it's not do or die. I don't think he's going. Well, he could. He can go 150. Well, his high score is 144 against them, but yeah, I think you've got to give Gutho another game. I'm not going to rage trade him after a couple of down weeks. It is what it is. He's averaging 90, so it seems a bit insane to just get rid of him straight away. But at the moment, I'm pretty happy. And honestly, if Latu Finu does come back in and gets the spot over Gal, I'm sort of thinking it won't happen now. But if it does, we could free up so much cash. Honestly, going Campbell or Metcalf, like it'll be so much money to free up going to Finu, who I'd be very happy to do, and then we got plenty to work with. So I'm content, but I'm definitely going to be having a look. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. Let me know in the comments in the comment section. I might do another video before lockout if I've changed anything, or just talking about some other stuff, but we'll see if I get time or if I don't. But make sure to like and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.